We ain't gonna give y'all the intro and stuff right then. We here. Let's just get it popping. We'll do all the intro and stuff later. Let's just go ahead and get this Jane popping and start talking about it. How y'all doing this evening? It's time to get it right. We are excited about all the great things that's happening in the city, hence why we bring the daily grind to you at the nighttime now. You gotta love it. 45-degree angle, man, talk about some stuff that, only, well, I won't say only, but at least this grown man gonna talk about it. How y'all doing tonight? I'm trying to get here with y'all. Trying to make sure that we are alive and well with this thing. Trying to see who's coming up in the room. Love it. 45-degree angle, man, talk about some stuff that. Yeah, I think we're there. Come back a little bit. Who's in here? Talk to me real quick. I posed a question today. Make sure that we are alive and well with this thing. Posed a question not too long ago, man. What's gonna make the world better? That's what we're here for. That's what I know I'm here for. Make the world better. So the more we talk about it, oh man, with these good lights and all that stuff you're seeing, my hat and stuff. Let's go ahead and like and share this thing real fast. Let people know what's going on out here. There's a lot to talk about, it, man. Money Making Monday. That's my bad side. I did want to give a shout out to the Navy, man. I want to give a shout out to some of those guys, man, that I serve with. I tell you what, thinking about that today made me really appreciate what it's like to really go to war. Of all those, there's different type of wars we go through in life. There's a lot of wars. Sometimes we put ourselves in wars we don't have to be in. But when you go into a thing where you know that, hey, everybody, look, we got to stick with this. Don't matter if if we don't like each other. If there's a problem between what we got going on, hey, your life, my life, it all depends on us getting this thing right here together. So being able to know that type of camaraderie, that type of thing exists, it gives you, yeah, we're going to have to figure this out. We're going to get the room right, man. Don't worry. But the most important thing is we're going to talk about it because I want to know what we're going to do to make the world go round. And, oh, by the way, don't worry. We're getting these shows during the day together. I saw the Queen up in the room. I say one way is, man, that we go ahead and try to put water up in, get water coming up into the area, man. And that's what we're here to do. Love everybody and going to continue to show love. But now we just want to do some things that make sense in a bigger picture. You can keep on trying to do something over and over again, expecting a different result, but we all know what that is the definition of. I'm sharing it. Are you sharing it? Hey, what's going on, Keith, brother? Big shouts out to you for doing all you doing out there, man. I really appreciate you still being very active in the media space, man, and showing the Star City, man, Lynchburg, the whole VA thing, man. So doing your thizzle out there, brother. We appreciate you. Salute to you. Saluting all those, man, who are getting it in right now. Those who are putting in work, because it's so important that right now we are found working. So that's why we make sure. Before we had never done a late show. And we wanted to make sure that, hey, we got presence in the late time because as people are winding down from the evening, that's when you also can start coming up with some concepts and work on it together, man. So that's the reason why we're here. Build us some opportunity, man. We're not saying we got everything, but we're building some opportunity, man. Hey, Judy, that's what it is. We're going to talk about it, man. We're going to get into what we need to do to make the world a better place, because everybody has their opinion, because guess what? Everybody is a part of the world. So therefore it's going to require us to have open minds, and that's hard now because we got more people. We didn't have as many people back then because guess what? We stayed at real war. If you look at history, look at time, you start seeing that, there was real carnage happening in betwixt the different areas of the known world at the time in order to conquer or maintain the land that one was now, building their lineage, building their kingdom, empire, whatever, whichever was taking place at the time, say a given time. It required for you to have to be ready to go to arms and prepare and defend your land. And so now we have been at a time of peace for a good while, especially over on this side of the rock. However, like I said, I myself in my lifetime have been a part of 3 different actual war conflicts. So therefore, to know that war still happens in the midst of the time we're trying to get peace. How do we really make the world a better place? Let's talk about it tonight. Love one another, Judy. I love it. Seeing everybody saying that. But are we being too optimistic? Don't we also start to feel taken advantage of when we start loving too much? Don't we start feeling like, we ourselves have had enough? I know I have. I know it's like today I had enough of y'all. I had enough of just dealing with people. I had enough of dealing with folks. I had enough of people hearing what people were saying about me. I said, man, I'd have had enough. But then I was like, but boy, they been doing it. What is you worried about that thing for today? Is you tripping? And so as my homie Dennis Haley says, next play. We out here, man, getting it ready. And I got some stuff to talk to you about tonight, man. I really was. Look, I've been sleeping on the whole Hove collection. So now I know throughout the time of Hove and the great music that he's put out, the great body of work he's put out. And I see people all the time saying, the argument of the greatest rapper alive, greatest rapper of all time. And I gotta tell y'all, I think I personally had kind of felt that way all the way, but I just rediscovered in the past couple weeks, and that's the one good thing about having your music in the digital space, is that that's not it. But even though we're doing that. But having your stuff in the digital space, you can actually go back and right now play what used to had to go find records and stuff like that. Right in my car, I was able to call it up and play Blueprint 3, man. I'm going to talk about Blueprint 3, man. Because for those of you who don't know, the premise of this show is to, like I said, bring water here. I believe that our best opportunity to really get an explosion of growth here in this area would by having enough attention being bought from a means such as this or YouTube or one of the new technologies, because by the way, Roanoke is even in developing an innovation corridor. We've been here innovation corridor for 6 years, y'all. This innovation, seeing y'all right now all around the world, right here in Little Roanoke, ain't too much other. You see where we're going with this? So we're going to try to reach Hove, man. And I think there's some things out there that's going to help us in our path. I'm giving myself 5 years, man. But if it happened before then, great. And I think the way to do that is kind of invoke the energy. And so I know people say, well, why would you want to just try to go after this, man? Stuff like that. You just own this music and all that stuff like that. I will say this. Regardless of what you may feel about the music, regardless of what you may feel about business things or whatever like that, I'm one who likes to look at the result of what one went out to do. If one went out to do and accomplish something and they accomplished that thing, hats off to them. Now, if they accomplish that thing at a level which now we have seen Jay-Z do it for since inception, it has not been a time where he was not relevant in the hip-hop culture, which the hip-hop culture has changed our dynamic to a major level from being in the business sector. When you got now street hustlers being able to turn what record labels had to lock on into multi-million dollars and getting close to, as he is now, billion-dollar industries, you've done something. So we do talk about that, man, in a sense that, hey, the blueprint stuff has been there, and maybe we haven't been listening to the music much. And guess what? It's midnight time, so we can be playing it. I'm getting ready to go ahead and get us locked to some Focus Radio playing over here. You should too. Go ahead and download the app and go ahead and load up, man. We got plenty of stuff to talk about now. I'm here with you up until the midnight hour, man. So we're gonna get this thing popping right here on the 45 degree angle right here on Focus Radio. Keep it locked, all right?
The sweet spot yoni steams. What is yoni steaming, you ask? Wonderful question. Yoni steaming provides detoxification and natural healing for women's reproductive organs. They can be used to heal endometriosis, cysts, fibroids, yeast infections, irregular and painful menstrual cycles, and much more. Yoni steams can also be helpful for vaginal rejuvenation, and many women use them as a form of meditation. Get your yoni steamed at the sweet spot now on Facebook.
I matter because every day when I wake up, I got an opportunity to affect somebody's life in a positive way. And not drag people down like crabs in a bucket, but help somebody uplift themselves. And I matter because I'm here to make a change. That's why I rap for change.
My revenge may be bold and outspoken. My passion, bare and understated. Evidence of confusion on my lips. Regardless, it's me.
Go back in time and in style with our tastefully remodeled Caboose cars. Whether you're looking for a romantic getaway, dream wedding night, or simply a stay in the beautiful mountains of Southwest Virginia, you won't be disappointed with the Caboose Bed and Breakfast at Apple Ridge. For more information, call or visit appleridge.org today.
It's house. Hey, Selena Johnson, yo. Selena Johnson had good music, man. I won't even touch. I won't even get with the fact that maybe being involved with and dealing with R. Kelly may have stifled that. Who knows? But yeah, she has great music, man. But she's playing on right now, Focus Radio. We're gonna slow it down. This is a good music and talk about what in the world are we going to do? What are we going to do about the fact that we talk about and say so many things, yet when there's an opportunity to actually do, we gradually rescind from it. We don't get involved sometimes, mainly because of very trivial things, whether we don't totally agree with the person at that time, because sometimes we'll be agreeing with the person. Like, everybody love Hov, but it's a big pimp and spin the cheese. Well, let me go ahead, because I didn't finish to tell y'all the whole premise of this. So now, when you look at the internet, because one thing I will say about what my own experience, I have now accepted that I put myself in a pattern to be able to get the things that I want. I desire to do a record label. I desire to be able to go into business for myself. And so for 15 years, that's what I've been able to do. We've had to evolve. That is not me. And bless her for what she do, but I got to figure how I keep clicking on hers. But, we've been able to evolve with the times and be able to now provide options for other people. Hence why we do this. And this is why we ask you and thank you for coming into the room to see the advertisements, because we don't try to hide and say, look, while our shows were playing, we're going to show you a couple advertisements and things like that to bore you. No, we're saying, hey, look, we want to talk to you and get you to come in here and hang out with us and be cool and talk about what's going on, so that you can learn about some businesses and really learn about them, in the sense that I want you to be hearing them so much that you're actually starting to repeat what they're saying, because then maybe you might not need them right now, but maybe when somebody's walking around past you and someone may speak that they need somebody who has a service, maybe you can just be a voice to that whole process, and then we can keep this thing going, and we can continue to be builders of opportunity, because that's what we believe is going to be the way to do it. So let me say how to make sense of connecting to the music industry, and also with now being a part of the whole process. We spoke a little earlier, man, about how there's always been war. There's always been war along with peace, with that understanding, and for us to now come in. And I want to go to the actual page that showed that when I asked this question, I asked people the question of what would make the world a better place. And I want to say to the ones who have actually responded to it, I want to read what was on there. Mark Terry, man, responded, said, love covers a multitude of sins, more compassion for others also. This will make the world better, is what Mark says. Rita Preston says, if we could love one another. Strange that everybody keeps saying love, this love thing, but I don't know. Talk to me about love. We might have to talk about love a little bit. Somebody talk to me about love. Respecting the humanity of all people, deliberately making efforts to take care of the least. Wow. The lowly and the left out. Lastly, living by the golden rule, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. I wonder, did he read mine last week where I posted my theory was to now do the total opposite. Feel like that after this time, that was what the 45-degree angle did. After, being, because I felt like I have loved all these things people saying and given unto others as I have them do unto me. And then that still ain't turned out the result I really want to. So I said, hey, now start giving back exactly what you give back. I mean, what they give to you. Peace is what Brother Basil Bratton says. Bo Purdue says, people will start minding their own business and stop the hate. Wow. So that's interesting. Mind their own business and stop the hate. Man, good gracious, my allergies is killing me. I'm dying in here. I'm trying this rain. Man, that's the one thing. This rain will get me, but we gonna muscle through it as long as my head don't explode. But people will start minding their own business. So let's stop there for a minute. Love and hate. I feel like Radio Raheem. I wish I had the Radio Raheem rings right now. Love and hate, and I wish I could bring it back. But man, that dynamic I think is right here. Hence why I wanted to have this discussion, because when you think about war and in the time, as Basil said, peace, and that's what I think every God that every country and every different thing has always adhered to. How do we find this common goal? I mean, how do we find this common denominator? How do we now break into it versus just saying the things and actually doing? What is love? Can somebody help me? What is love? Misty Lemon says, that's a loaded question. Hardworking, caring individuals that believe in and trust God. God. And this might sound messed up for people, but because we have a diverse audience, I know who Misty's talking about. I know the God that Misty's speaking of. But it does help to know exactly your belief system of what you're saying, because sometimes we start taking things as it's just known that it's only one God. And for us to really truly show love, that's kind of hard, because we know there are people who are our neighbors. We know there are people who are in our family who have different belief systems of who the one and true God is. And do we not love them because of that? And that's what I was thinking about when Bo says peace, people start minding their own business. Can you truly love if you're minding your own business? Does love take other people, or could that love be just the love of yourself, which means that sometimes you may have to just do it for yourself, or are you obligated to keep doing it for other people? Rhonda Brown says people need to treat people the way they want to be treated. Most of all, people need to communicate more and see things from the other people's perspective. Now, Rhonda Brown, you might be on something here right now, young lady. And I hate that I haven't to turn away, but I haven't got my everything set up the exact way I want to do it. I got my other one I'm monitoring right now. I think a little better. Right? It says people need to treat people the way they want to be treated. Most of all, people need to communicate more and see things from other people's perspective. Stop being so closed-minded. I know I said in the beginning that we have to be open-minded. Rhonda, I really think you're on to something there. Open-minded. What does open-minded all entail, though? Can you be too open-minded to a place that now you don't even have your own place of where you stand, that now you're kind of going with anything, and then you set yourself up for the possibility of, help me on that. I like it, though. I really like it. Angie Water says, stay 100. Quit posing as another will be a great asset before social media. Wow, we even went specific on social media. What does that mean? Because I think people, that's the one thing that's kind of a gift and a curse from social media. You have the opportunity to present yourself as being one thing. However, you may be running into some of the other things in actual life. And so that's why I'm really happy, not no boast, because I'm no better than nobody else. All I want to do in my life is purpose. And our purpose has been to provide opportunities and make the possibility of economic change in the community that I grew up in. I've loved the fact of being able to live other places and being able to experience unfortunate circumstances. In some cases, I've been in places where gentrification has occurred, and you see the result of it, of living in more modern, because I do enjoy living in modern things. I like modern things. I like modern stuff. I like living the life of the city life. I love that. However, in a slower town, you don't really have that to scale. You don't really have that in abundance. But now we're seeing that movement, man, and I'm so excited about it. Coach E's love is willingness to lay down your life for another, even if it be a stranger. But man, hey, that's love for who, though? That's what I'm asking, Coach E's. We're at 45 Degree Angle. And I know these sound good in theory and on social media and in this space where everybody should think good about each other. But man, and I know that you just did, brother. You just did. And bless you, my brother. Bless you, my brother. That's all I can say to that. But let me speak to some people or some situations that would not give a kidney out of their body to someone else who's the kidney, both of theirs and theirs, is not doing right. They ain't doing right, and this could end in very, very bad circumstances. And no obligation, was not his brother, was not his son, was not his man. For you to do that, brother, you give me courage. Give me hope that there is that love and still out there. However, there are still times in life that we have to start addressing. We got to stop hiding away from, like Angie and people are saying, seeing other people's perspective. We got to stop hiding and saying that the good is themed. And that's the beauty of what I believe every church has done before. Every church allowed you to come in there and say, in this place, because we're under this haven, we're okay. And we're good as long as we stay in this place. And even when we go outside, everyone knows we're still in this place. And that has been true for just about every religion I've known. But I'm wondering, why has the ones who normally have come out of the religion that they were in to establish a new one, why was it almost always opposite of the culture of what the common or norm was for that time? Hence why I spent so much time on Jay-Z, because it was uncommon and unnormal for someone to actually have a plan for their success in the hip hop music game. Music labels and the media and everybody else really wanted and banked on dumb ass, you fill in the blank. And like I said, we knew at 10:45 all the kids should be going to bed. So, but we also make sure that we're not too edgy, because we are grateful for our sponsors. Thank y'all for those who support what we do. He came in with a business plan, and he also evolved with the times. He did not let what we kind of say loyalty or what now family do different than what one has to do in order to achieve the things they want to see, because that's where we at now. We want to get to now not saying what could be. Theoretically, what are we doing? How are we loving more? I gave that example of the brother Cochise because that was something to love, and I just don't know. Whew, I want to say in theory, but I'm thank God so far I haven't had to been put in that situation. But we have a hard time even loving enough to say that, hey, here's a brother, here's a group of people working to now help an area of the city. They're not talking about it. They're not sitting up here begging and saying that the city should be giving them help or doing things without seeing if they can actually do it or not, because it's hard working with communities that haven't really worked together before. So the most times we come together so far has been in pain or distress. Why can't we all come together in love, all for the common good, man? This is what we talk about on the 45-degree angle. We'll be right back, all right? Who is N. Wesley Pugsley Jr. and Associates CPA?
We are a full-service CPA firm with over 25 years experience in audit, tax, bookkeeping, payroll, including direct deposit, setting a 501c3 nonprofit status, preparing loan packages, and much more. We have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. When I started in public accounting in the early 1980s, there were no computers or fax machines. Everything was face-to-face meetings. With the advent of computers, the internet, and cloud-based software, we can communicate with any client from anywhere in the country. With our portal technology, which is similar to online banking, you just sign into our secure website, upload your tax documents, you scan to your C drive, and we prepare your return.
It appears times are changing.
I call this the year of enlightenment. Many Americans are seeing the advantages of supporting community-based businesses. We are here to serve you, not just because we're a community-based firm, but because we have the experience. We know we can serve your needs.
Go anywhere you want to go. Leave your transportation needs to J&K Tours of Roanoke, Virginia, and expect a hassle-free travel experience. Go anywhere you want to go. Travel without worries. Leave your transportation needs to J&K Tours of Roanoke, Virginia, and expect a hassle-free travel experience. Travels without worries. Visit us at jnktours.com or reach us by phone at 540-795-0381. J&K Tours.
Yeah, man, we back. Hey, listen. That was a good record. I don't think people really let really sink in and resonate how that is not me either. There's just so much going on. Do that though. Follow Focus Radio. Go ahead and make sure you like and share. Tell our people what we've been doing, man. 6 years over here, man. 6 years over here in the Gainesboro area, man. That's a major accomplishment that we are proud of, and always been adding to the fabric. But I'm gonna tell you who making some moves right now. This said company right here, man. This said company right here been doing some smart stuff. I love 7-Eleven, what they doing right now. They just made some power moves, yo. They just I guess they let Sheetz kind of run out there and, you know, show that whole cooking and doing stuff. But what Sheetz didn't have is like their own products. 7-Eleven is killing right now, killing Sheetz with products. They got all kind of snacks and treats. They baking cookies up in the joint. Yes, I'm a big boy, so I like that. Excites me. Some of you others who may be staying healthy and stuff right now, baking cookies might not excite you. But as a big boy, it really excites me. But this one, they really took it there because, you know, I gets me Arizona, yo. I get Arizona every day. I get either the green tea or their herbal tonic. And for the longest, I used to wonder, why don't 7-Eleven carry that Arizona at 99 cents? Why don't carry? They always got, like, they might have it, but they ain't got it at 99 cents. They probably was developing because they probably knew that was a hot product. So they now have hit you. And I'm gonna start getting these days. I'm gonna start getting those a little bit more. I'm gonna start getting those. So I don't mind giving out right now because I normally give out free. We give out free advertisement stuff to small business. But now small businesses, y'all gonna have to start valuing our stuff a little bit more now because we have shown our business. And it's not a brag. This is just say the whole game plan of what the business plan was supposed to say. We have been over $100,000 the past 2 years. And so that's the game plan of what we say that, hey, we want to get 10 other businesses to get over $100,000. So that if we got 10 businesses doing $100,000, what is that math, boys and girls? That's $1 million worth of business coming right out here out of the Lawson building itself, Gainesboro, that, you know, we all cultivated by helping each other. Focus Radio playing some slow music right now. We're going to go ahead and turn it up a little bit. What y'all want to hear because I am your DJ also while we're talking about it. I love the fact we're talking about love, but come on, man. Do we really still believe in love? Yeah, I purposely took a pause on that. Do we still believe in love? Is it a myth? What is love? I want to hear what you're saying about that because we say this thing, like I said, we speak out into the world of that would make the world go better. So why haven't we achieved it so much? Why, if that's what it's always been about? We go back to the beginnings of time. And all the stories, especially the ancient religions, in some way are intertwined with some type of duality, which whether it was ordained or arranged or whatever, the mere fact to do it for the universe had to be some form of love. So now here we are still as grown adults because that's what we talk to up in here. And we have different loves we have to figure out. And that's what I've always thought was so unique about this word. There's one word that explains so many different actions. One word that now covers the way I feel about this drink. I love this thing. It's good. It's good. I love what 7-Eleven done. Same word goes for the love of being able to work for myself. I love being go. Same action that explains how I feel about being able to do things on my own, make my own business, make my own money. It's that same word is used. It's the same word that's used for being able to see my mother, even though we beefing right now. Me and my mom's beefing. Y'all can think about me how you want to. She know I love her. She love me too. But we beefing right now. But love, the same word is supposed to be for all that. But yet and still, that's what most of us people are saying about what's going to fix the word. But the world, but which part of it? Will it be the love of now getting our finances together for everybody? Would it be the love of everybody commonality? Because, oh, by the way, if we love that in a capitalist society, that's going to be hard to accomplish. This is a capitalist society. If you start talking about anything less, that might start war again, y'all. So let's not even do that. Let's not even excite that. So what is it we're really seeking after so we can really have attainable goals instead of doing like Angie said and being out here and saying one thing for social media about theoretically what can be, but we live in real life and it ain't happening. I think, man, the one thing, like I said, I'll tell you earlier, that I overlooked, and the music has always been a guide I even put into my music that I created that still sells. So I am going to like Dave Chappelle. I love the connection of those who are really doing it in the space, how they connected. Dave Chappelle was hosting T.I.'s album Dime Trap, and they said, man, you know, hey, I ain't gonna apologize for being dope no more. Your boy dope, man. You know, we did some stuff here, yo. So that can't be taken away from what people say. You know, there can be businesses here. Yeah, checkbox, man. Checkbox. There's black businesses given to black-owned businesses that's prepared to do the functionality with capacity, and all it takes is for team effort and getting qualified personnel in here. A lot of people which don't have to be just black. Just as long what we're trying to do to balance it out is have black ownership. If we now have, which we do, we have a 70-30% type thing the other way down here, so that kind of balances out for the other places, because Roanoke is still 70%, 30, 29, you know, low numbers the other way. So to scale, if we can start getting percentages of our ownership, therefore those working wherever, it's not as much a strain, and we're all coming together to love each other without having resistance. And we now find that we have actually got some stuff taken care of, man. We almost getting there, man. We're taking it there right here on 45 Degree Angle. Keep it locked.
Pretty Please on Broad, a classy and sassy ladies boutique located in the heart of downtown Alta Vista, Virginia, and the worldwide interwebs. We focus on limited runs, unique fashion at affordable prices. Because as I like to say, no woman wants to show up to her event and do the who wore it better. We have recently added monogramming and embroidery services, and we can rock your fashion and help you personalize that either for your own personal items or for your small business. We focus on big city fashions, so we look at fashion from LA, from New Orleans, as we are a New Orleans inspired boutique, and we really try to focus on bringing in big city fashion without the big city price tag. So give us a call or shop us online at prettypleaseonbroad.com. Our number is 704-281-8748, and make sure to like us on Facebook and Instagram. See you at Pretty Please on Broad, located at 615 Broad Street, downtown Alta Vista, Virginia.
Healthy food for healthier communities. In partnership with Focus Radio and Apple Ridge Farm, the Well Market is a youth-run farm stand providing healthy, local, organic produce to people living in the Northwest Gainesboro neighborhood. Fruits and vegetables such as greens, potatoes, tomatoes, peppers, and squash are harvested from the George Washington Carver Community Garden in Northwest Roanoke and local farms in Floyd County, including Patchwork, Green Island, and Apple Ridge Farm. Money raised from produce sales goes directly back into the program and continues to fund youth involvement and entrepreneurial skill development. Please visit the Well Market every Saturday from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. and help support healthy food for healthier communities. The Well, working, eating, living, and learning together.
The Bradley Free Clinic provides free, compassionate, and high-quality medical, dental, pharmaceutical, and preventative health care services for Roanoke Valley residents who lack the resources necessary to maintain their health and productivity using volunteer healthcare professionals. Check them out on their website at bradleyfreeclinic.com. Yeah, man. Shouts out to the Bradley Free Clinic, man. All they do, man. Appreciate them being in the community. They got some great services over there. Especially for those people who are like, we speak to small businesses, nonprofits, entrepreneurs. All entrepreneurs, independent artists, man. And if your business have not got to that $100,000 place where you don't have the ability to have a salary over $30,000, that puts you in position, man, to be able to take advantage of their services. So that's huge, man, because it's huge. It's to take advantage of it, man. And what I do know is that they do even have dental, where a lot of people who's veterans who may get disability may be able to go to the VA and get services. Most veterans don't have dental. They have an option for the veterans dental, man. So big shouts out to Bradley, man. We love being able to do what we do for them. They have a big fundraiser. Their fundraiser of the year, the Docs Rock Fashion, is coming up. We are grateful to be a sponsor, be an actual sponsor this year. Last year we handled a lot of the actual audio. I DJ'd, and Erica with her Focus Fashion thing went out there and did that. But we're actually being a sponsor this year. We're grateful to be in position to do that and support what's happening out here, man. So check them out, Bradley Free Clinic. Go to their website, man, and donate for the Docs Rock Fashion Show, and that'd be a great thing. Give, man. It's okay to give, man. It's okay to give. But speaking of that, man, I want to get in the spirit of now giving in a purpose, man. This summer is going to be awesome. This T-Boy thing, I'm going to tell y'all more about it as we get closer to it. But just know we bringing it back here to the city, man, and we want y'all to actually be a part of it. Also, the Queen and got Roanoke Fashion Week coming up in October. So, man, hey, it's opportunity out there. You gotta want it. Can't nobody make it. That's where if I would get a little bit on my whole thing of talk about that whole Hove record that I missed, that Blueprint 3. What we talking about? First record out the gate, and I don't know if that was a time, which it must have been. It must have came out when I was back in church and I really wasn't listening to hip hop and stuff as much, because I probably was, when you're in church. You ain't supposed to be listening to Hove. You ain't supposed to be listening to Hove. Church got a little lighter now. Still came back a little bit. But I do remember, man, especially so that's how I know I was in church. Because when Watch the Throne came out, I specifically remember churches preaching against it. I specifically remember church. And I'm like, what are y'all doing, y'all? This man... Hold up, bag of beans. But we will say that in this city, let's start with Star City. Star City, what are we going to do? I would like to ask you all to love each other by saying, hey, we can now come down with what we would normally do, what we would go out and go see something to do. For one time, we do it everywhere else, man. Let's get ready to come out this summer. You saw the Well Market. It's going to be some good stuff for you to be able to have fresh market. The same things you go get downtown. There's a section of downtown that's just so happen to be historically black. We over there. And we still go, because trust me, I eat downtown all the time. I just want y'all who now I see and hang out with on that side of town, I want y'all to come on over on this side of town and have some fun with us and eat with us. That's what we're going to highlight a lot of, man. We're going to have the ultimate cookout. This is going to be the ultimate cookout, man. It's going to be a competition for that. So start getting your soul food, the ultimate soul food dishes, because this is a cultural arts festival and concert series. So yes, I am going to talk about it until it happens. We're going to be talking about this now until June, because I don't want anyone to say they didn't know about it, because that's the only way it's going to be successful. If we get 5,000 people Let me just say this right now, so it's not being, like I'm hiding anything from you. If we get 5,000 people, which is gonna be tough because even though I got 5,000 friends, just about, it's hard for me to get more than 10 or 20 people up in the room at night. I'm asking y'all to help me, man. I need us to get about 5,000 people in the room each night because we're going after this effort, not to hear or see me, because what I'm talking about is just the things that we're doing to get this effort done. So you might not like it coming from me, but let's look at the results and see the thing. This has now been the 5th year we've done this. In so much that without even getting that, we have now been able to place $10,000 towards getting entertainment, quality entertainment, and all the other things needed for being preparation for this Cultural Arts Festival and Concert Series to be the best thing that you've experienced down in this area for a while. And all it takes is for you to come down and shop with the vendors who's going to be here. The vendors who are going to be here are not going to be having to pay vendor fees. They're going to now be able to set up where you can come down and support those who you want to support. People got support systems, but sometimes they don't know when to come and support. Now we give you plenty of time. This is going to be the time where y'all get your stuff together. You come down and three times for that month. 3 times this year. First Saturday of June, July, and August. You get to come down and support those people. That's it. And by doing that, we now achieve something that hasn't been achieved in a long time. We get closer to having $1 million worth of revenue generated out of this area in a space that people said it couldn't be done. Where now the challenge was going to show can actually happen to purchase and buy property. Because before you can go after and try to purchase and buy property, you need to show that you can handle and maintain properties that's already available. We have been able to keep on maintaining this property, also show the ability to be in position to buy retail down the street, as well as operate in front of the Clater Clinic, where we see possibilities of bringing healthcare options. We have that. It's not something that's going to have to be developed. We got it. We just very careful how much we let it go, because it's the 45-degree angle. We have let things go to other people that we trusted to now take it to the level we take it together to the powers that be, and to get there, and it has changed its face each time. We have now tried to go with community organizations, try to do it, and they're meeting too much. We try to go with those who say they want a business, and man, we need to grow together, and we can't never get together. So people will say it must be you, and that's fine if it must be me. Because the one thing I will say about it must be in me. We down here, baby, where it happened at. We want to see it do it again. We want you to be a part of it. So therefore, if everybody was really about it, they would be where they would be. And as it is still happening, we still got people doing their thing. So hats off to everybody in their pockets. But that bridge from downtown, we done put some work in, y'all. 6 years worth of it, man. So we just want you all to come experience what we put together and show that we can do it together. There you go, Dee Dee Tucker, man. They've been out here, man. I love these fish tacos. And you can see, truly with like this couple, man. Just seeing them out there doing what it takes, man, in order to keep it going, man. I still remember the days of the center on center. The center on center was a jump. Y'all don't even know about the center on center, but man, they've been able to evolve as well, and so much, man, that they're out there with their food truck. So I can't wait for them to be out there, because them fish tacos and her fish banged out here last summer for and the ices. The kids was out here having the ices, and that's what it's about, man. When you see the community, these young people coming out here, hearing the music, being able to get some good food that brings the culture back of when we could be in peace and have a good time, man, as well as learn about each other and meet each other in a common place. So prepare for that. In the meantime, we're going to get our minds right of what we're going to actually do instead of just talking about it. Hopefully, we'll find a way to come into this room and do it, because this is a Black-owned business, man. Not to keep putting emphasis on that, but to keep putting emphasis on that, because at one time that was unheard of. And it's not to keep on harboring on that point, but it is to say that what if now the new focus was, if at one time it really, if at one time when the country was avoiding war, it was advantageous to have a group of people enslaved to help that process. Now that it's done time and everybody's had time to build and everything's going on, wouldn't it make a little bit more sense that right now that we would put energy into their ownership, so that finally we could stop trying to say black, African American, Negro, whatever else. We could just say American. We're doing our part, man, to be able to continue to build that on that dream, man, because I know that that's what Dr. King, kind of the energy he's left in his atmosphere. I love being able to go over the bridge and knowing that right over on the other side, it used to be those things, but today we can cross over and intermingle with each other. I'm looking for every school represented around here to come down and support with us the ultimate reunion too, man. First Saturdays, where during the day it's going to be culture. It's going to be definitely for the kids. But from 5 to 10, man, it's going to be the ultimate block party and concert series, man. So look forward to that. Keep saying that in your head, and you're going to give you an opportunity to actually be able to be a part of it. Generate some revenue yourself, man, so that everybody is growing. Together, everyone achieves more, and we thank y'all for that. I do got to get up out of here, man, but I want to make sure that you're getting yourself ready for in the morning time with the Daily Grind Show, Erica Darcell. She definitely has been bringing some great people on, and it also shows that we just talking about stuff. It don't have to say that we're have to fit into what's everything going on. The beauty of this perspective is that it does give this perspective. And for so long, what network television limited us from being able to do is having a different perspective. Because now the reality is in life that everyone at different times has different perspectives. The sooner we start being able to hone in on that and now appreciate them, maybe we can find peace. I got to get ready to go, man, but I love y'all, and I always love to leave you by saying that thing inside of you is not a dream, it's your purpose. Set your sights for your targets and hit them, because the only one who can stop you is you. Once you truly start to believe in that thing and walk in your active faith, God will allow it to manifest, and I promise you it's not something I heard. It's something I'm living every day. Hope you are too. Coming from the great city of Roanoke, Virginia, man, out to the world, it is 45 Degree Angle, man, Daily Grind Show right here on Focus Radio. I will see y'all tomorrow. Peace, all right?